If you think being available all the time makes a woman value you more, think again. The truth is, the right woman is often attracted to the man who knows when to say yes, when to say no, and most importantly, what he will and will not tolerate. These 6 powerful boundaries can completely change the way women see you, not because you are playing games, but because you are showing self-respect. First, never abandon your own life just to keep someone interested. A high-value woman doesn't want to become the center of a man's entire universe. She wants to see that he already has a purpose, goals, friendships, responsibilities, and a life he genuinely enjoys. If you cancel your plans every time she texts you, constantly rearrange your schedule for her, or stop doing the things that made you confident in the first place, you're sending the message that your life depends on her attention. Instead, maintain your priorities. If you're busy, you're busy. If you have plans, keep them. You can be interested without becoming dependent. The second boundary is simple. Don't accept disrespect just because you're attracted to her. This is where many men make a serious mistake. They become so afraid of losing a woman that they tolerate behavior they would never accept from anyone else. Maybe she constantly cancels plans at the last minute. Maybe she speaks to you disrespectfully. Maybe she repeatedly ignores your boundaries and then expects you to act like nothing happened. You don't need to become aggressive. You don't need to lecture her. Simply communicate clearly. Say, I don't appreciate being treated that way. If we're going to continue getting to know each other, mutual respect is important to me. Then watch what happens. A mature woman will respect your honesty. An incompatible woman may walk away. Either way, you win because you didn't trade your self-respect for someone's attention. The third boundary is not chasing inconsistent effort. If she is interested one day and completely distant the next, don't spend your time trying to decode every message. Every delay and every change in behavior. Match reality, not potential. If someone consistently gives you minimal effort, don't respond by giving them maximum effort. Attraction shouldn't require you to constantly prove your worth. You don't have to chase someone into choosing you. The fourth boundary is protecting your time. Your time is one of the most valuable things you have, because once you spend it, you can never get it back. A man who respects his time naturally becomes more intentional. He doesn't spend every night scrolling through messages. He doesn't stay awake until 3 in the morning trying to convince someone to like him. He doesn't allow endless situationships to consume months of his life. If you're dating someone, make time for her, but don't give away all your time. There is a difference between being available and being desperate. The fifth boundary is refusing to become an emotional punching bag. Being emotionally supportive is a strength. Allowing someone to constantly unload their anger, frustration, jealousy, and problems onto you without considering your feelings is something completely different. You can listen. You can care. You can support her. But you can also say, I'm here for you, but I don't want our conversations to become disrespectful. That sentence communicates something powerful. You have empathy, but you also have standards. And finally, the sixth boundary is knowing when to walk away. This may be the most attractive boundary of all, not because walking away is some manipulation technique, not because you should threaten to leave whenever you don't get your way, but because you genuinely understand that not every connection is meant to continue. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, ignores your boundaries, lies to you, or makes you feel like you constantly have to earn basic affection, you have the right to leave. You don't need revenge. You don't need a dramatic goodbye. Sometimes the strongest statement is simply stepping back and choosing peace. And here's what makes these boundaries so powerful. They aren't really about attracting women. They're about becoming the kind of man who doesn't abandon himself just to be chosen by someone else. When you respect your time, your values, your emotional energy, and your standards, people notice. A high-value woman isn't looking for a perfect man. She's looking for someone who is confident enough to have standards, mature enough to communicate them, and strong enough to walk away when those standards are repeatedly ignored. So don't build boundaries to manipulate attraction. Build them because your life, your peace, and your self-respect matter. And when the right woman comes along, she won't be pushed away by your boundaries. She respects you because of them.